Who's here? Anyone? I'll wait. I'll hold. Pat, that you? Come on, man. That'll work. 3 people. Hit the like button, guys. Oh, good to see you, Pat. I didn't know if you left after you left your comment. The people will come. They will. It'll take some time, but it's all right. Oh, shit. Damn. Christina Cardinal, or do you pronounce it Cardinal? Which one? I'm not sure, but good to see you. If you're new, welcome. What do you think about Donald Trump, Christina? Nasty? Me too. Me too. Looks like you're on the right side of things. Glad to have you here. He is a scumbag, isn't he? Guys, hit the like on the way in, please. We only got 4 likes, but we got 8 people. What's up with that? We could discuss a bunch of different things today. Yeah, Anthony Bertucci. I just started 3 minutes ago. We could talk about Trump's job numbers for November. You know, see how things are going on that front. See if it takes a long time to get a lot of people today. Ah, 12 people. Hit the like button on the way in, guys. You know, I want to talk about, and of course, you know, the subject will get changed 900 times throughout the show, but yeah, Anthony, that's right. And I think I did a show with this title before, and I talked about this before, but the problem really isn't Trump. I mean, it's about the problem is his supporters. You know, like Trump could do things, sure, but his supporters could, you know, push back and you know, maybe not give him a glowing report in polls and stuff like that, and he'll see it, and he'll know he has to change things, and Congress will know they have to change things. They have to get tough with him, you know, especially if their approval ratings are going down because of his actions. It's the supporters that make it so that he can get away with anything he wants, you know. So can we talk about Donald falling asleep in meetings again? Yeah, yesterday he was comatose listening to Marco Rubio and RFK. Yeah. Behavior Bender. Hey, what's up, man? Gas $2.39 a gallon. Eggs $1.99 a dozen. 401ks, wages are up. Borders closed. Men are not in women's bed. Oh, God. Trump implemented no such law that keeps men out of women's bathrooms. You fucking dope. And wages are down. Did you look at the jobs report for November today, Jim? Why do I feel like you didn't? Gas, by the way, is $3.19 where I am. And the national average for eggs is $3.50 a dozen right now. So, did you see that wages have slowed and that Trump is in the negative for job creation for November? And this is the fourth time in 6 months he's been in the negative. I know you don't know any of that. I know. Unknown trader. Hello, people. ADP jobs report. Yeah, Sally. Hey, meanwhile, $1. ADP jobs report, negative 32,000 jobs. Wall Street projected about 40,000 jobs to be created. Instead, he lost 32,000 jobs. And wages are down. You can go check it out. Paw. So, we'll see what people have to say about that today. Of course, none of them will know this information, although Fox did report it, and they didn't beat around the bush. They were like, listen, it's fucked up. Not those exact words, but even they know it's a problem. Oh, yeah, definitely. Even Fox News can't defend them on shit like this. Numbers are numbers, So Trump's in a little bit of trouble. A little bit. 27 people. Please hit the like button on your way in, guys. It's very important. And if you haven't subbed to my channel, please do. Look at this guy. Fox will be banned from the White House soon. Yeah, I know. Jim Thomas, I get a 3% raise every year. So how about you spread your lies to the Dems? They believe it. Wow, Jim. So in other words, your company gives you a 3% raise every year, and it has absolutely nothing to do with Donald Trump. And 3%, I mean, wow, you're killing it, bro. And you're happy with that, I guess. 3% every year, guys. It's anecdotal evidence. Jim Thomas gets a raise every year. That means wages are up. Lots of oh shit moments in Magaland now. Oh, I know. Yes, any and all supporters are brainwashed. I agree with you. Jim's special. Jim is. A lot of guys, you get like you said in the thing, the gas is $2.39 a gallon. No, it's not. It's $2.39 a gallon where you are. These guys are so fucking empty-headed. Like they think that if the gas is $2.39 where they are, it's $2.39 everywhere. Meanwhile, in a lot of places, gas is up. Fox News isn't really the problem anymore. It's Newsmax. It's Newsmax too, but Fox is still a problem. Not as much as they were, because even they're sick of the bullshit to some extent. Even they refused to sign that fucking agreement Pete Hegseth tried to put in place, so press members could go into the Pentagon. The president has nothing to do with the president. The president has nothing to do with the president. All right. What does that mean, Bradley? National gas average is $2.96. Look it up, non-believer. Yeah, now go look up what it was this time last year. The people will come. They will. Shut up. We'll take some. What do we got? 33. Oh, shit. 33 people? Actually, by the way, it's $2.99. Now, go look up what it was this time last year. Sorry, the president has nothing to do with gas prices. Yeah, no. He doesn't. But Jim doesn't know that. Jim doesn't know that if, fucking if Barney or Big Bird or somebody was in office right now, the gas prices would be the same as they are. This can't be wrong. Hey, everybody. What's up? What's going on? Behavior bender. Trump said the Wall Street Journal's report of a double strike on the Venezuelan boat was fake news. Now the administration said the double strike happened and it was legal. Only this administration, bro. Oh, my God. Were you talking to Bradley about I don't know. All government is controlled by Israel. All government, our current government is. Always got your back, Chris. Don't think I'm ever giving up on you. No, I know, Miss Campion. Why would you think that I think that? Mike Ramey, I can't help if the gas stations buy BYE the freeway price gouge. That's your fault if you ever want to spend, or if you want to overspend. What did I say? If you want to overspend. Which freeway would that be, Jim Thomas? Jim Thomas, where do you live? That's his worldview. Hey, gases are a little more expensive over by the freeway. What freeway would that be, Jim? What state are you in? What is he talking? Does he mean near him, the freeway near him, the gas prices are higher? It does. It does. Cheapest gas today is $2.41 in Oklahoma. Who the hell would want to live there? It's one of the poorest states in the entire country. Gas prices better be low. Democrats and Republicans are controlled by Israel. It's all just a show to keep us divided. As soon as the cameras are off, the Republican and Democrat politician are friends. We are being played. Yeah, that's true in general. Although right now, and I'll say this always, there's no comparison between the two parties. None whatsoever, you know? You might be right, Jim, but again, that would just be there, you know? What's the average gas price in Michigan? $2.96 per gallon for regular unleaded. So there's that. Fucking guy. $2.96 per gallon. Yep. The average gas price in Michigan is approximately $2.96 per gallon for regular unleaded, though prices can vary by location. This is a slight decrease from the previous week, according to AAA fuel prices. Yeah. So Jim doesn't know there was a bird flu a couple of years ago that caused egg prices to raise with demand. Now the industry has recuperated. The prices come back down. It doesn't matter. To them, listen, if it goes down under Trump, it's good for Trump. Doesn't matter if he had anything to do with it. And if it goes up under a Democrat, it's the Democrat's fault. No, Jim Thomas. You got to look at the national average. Nobody gives a fuck what's going on in Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Isn't that what he brought up in the beginning? Then he said Michigan, but yeah, Oklahoma here. Oh, that's unknown trader. My bad. Shit. I'm not even trolling. I believe that. I voted for Trump first time. Didn't vote last time. Kamala is just as dumb. It's like picking between cancer and AIDS. Well, Elk, I mean, I don't know what to tell you because I'm not going to change your mind. But even saying that, you should feel stupid. Kamala is a woman. Holy shit. Kamala is a woman who graduated from Howard University, then went on to become a prosecutor as a black woman, mind you. A prosecutor, then a district attorney, then an attorney general, then a U.S. senator. Hello, my beautiful wife. Yeah, talk to me. Oh, love you. Then a vice president. Donald Trump is a guy who his father paid for his education and his grades were abysmal, according to, his schools and stuff. He went on to become a slumlord, a business failure, a guy who bankrupted casinos, however the fuck that's possible, then a reality TV show host, and to this day speaks on a third grade level. And that's according to linguists who have studied him. So I'll tell you who says what you're saying. Okay, Elk Slayer, people that don't know anything about the two people. You know, people that just, you hear things about Kamala, you hear things about Trump. But if you actually knew stuff about the two of them, you'd realize that it is an impossibility for them to be on the same intelligence level. Impossible. Impossible. 296 is the national average for gas. Gas is finally going down here in Idaho, still over $3, and I'm right-leaning, but I'm sick of everyone. Well, let me check today just to see if it's different. Last time I got gas, it was $3.19. Now, when Biden left office, it was $2.99. $3.20, $3.36, $3.40. That's at the same convenience store, just in 3 different towns that are. All right, so one store is right near here. It's a mile from my house. The other store is 1.6 miles from my house. The other store is 5 miles from my house. Same chain of convenience stores, $3.20, $3.36, and $3.40. So when people like this dickhead in here come in and say gas is $2.36, right? You know, gas is different everywhere. Literally, in different towns, it's different. Forget about different states. I do believe the only places that it's above $3 are blue states. Why do you believe that? Kamala is highly educated, yes. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, man. That doesn't make you smart, LOL. If by that standards, Trump is smart too. He went to school and has billions. No. Elk Slayer, no. There's a difference between $1 billion from your dad and then turning it into a little more money than there is actually becoming a professional. You know what I mean? A lawyer. A fucking lawyer, bro. I mean, you don't see that? And getting elected to all these different positions. I mean, that you're Elk Slayer, it's your intelligence you should be worried about. Seriously, it's your intelligence. Joe Biden has metastatic cancer, and Donald Trump is a metastatic cancer. I agree. She didn't get there on merit. Oh, really? You know that, Mark Madsen? She didn't get into a historical black college and or university like HBCUs. She didn't get in there on merit, or do you mean she didn't become vice president on merit? Because, you know, if she wasn't a senator, she wouldn't have been asked to run for vice president. And did DEI make her a senator too in the most liberal state in America? See how your logic doesn't quite work? I live in a Democratic state, food and gas down dramatically since Trump took office. Joe Biden fucked up the economy. No, he didn't, Jim Thomas. You're just wrong. You're wrong. Joe Biden literally fixed Donald Trump's broken economy from his first term. What the fuck did my wife give me here? Better off smoking. But, you know, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to change your mind. God forbid you actually looked at numbers and stuff. The energy that MAGA Mike has given off in Congress is someone who has returned half-eaten chicken from Costco. Yeah, no shit. That's a good way to put it. Whatever you need to say, Kamala is educated, of course. And she's 1,000 times smarter than Trump. I mean, look at their debate. Do you think this guy in here who keeps saying they're the same debate? Because she fucking kicked the shit out of him in that debate. When a president flexes over a cognitive test, you know you're in deep shit. The fucking guy brags about passing a cognitive exam. That's, by the way, only administered to people who they think have full-blown dementia. The only purpose of that Montreal cognitive test is to see if somebody actually has dementia. That's it. I mean, it's not an IQ test. It doesn't measure intelligence. Nothing. Look at this guy, Elk Slayer. Kamala is the cringiest person on earth. Stop it. LOL. She is not smart. LOL. Let's cut the gaslighting. Yeah, you're right. It's, becoming attorney general of the largest state in the country by population and the third largest by size. Yeah, you don't have to be smart. You're right, Elk Slayer. Whatever you say. You're 100% right. I'm wrong. The idiots get positions like that all the time. And may I ask you, Elk Slayer, what do you do for a living exactly? Miami's here. What's up, man? Democrats and Republicans sleep together. Probably from time to time. $3.99 a gallon at local Chevron here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and that would be a red state. Yeah. Every time a woman gets a position of power, assholes say she earned it on her back. Oh, yeah, of course. Meanwhile, where do you think these guys are in life compared to Kamala fucking Harris? She accomplished more probably by 25 years old than they'll accomplish if they live to be 500. Gas almost $4, Rochester, New York. Gas prices were cheap. And here, when Trump was president first time, then Biden ruined it and never came down. Elk Slayer, how did Biden do that? Just out of curiosity, how did Biden raise gas prices? Can you tell me? Because, what Elk Slayer doesn't know is that at the end of Trump's term, when he was destroying the country with his gross mishandling of COVID, he made a deal with Saudi Arabia and Russia to stop producing oil because there was so much supply and not enough demand. People weren't driving. Then when Biden got into office, things started getting better. The shutdowns stopped and people were driving again. And there was all this demand. There was no supply, which, of course, is going to increase prices. But he don't know that. Biden's still living in your head. Yeah, well, they never forget him. And they talk about me, talking about the current president. Yeah, that's not. She was never border czar. It's a made-up name. Nobody cares about Obama. Yeah, this guy's just irritating me at this point. Don't say fuck USA in here, BCJ. Don't do that. I like Kamala. She's very intelligent, like most Democrats that have been president or in Congress. I think the Democrats, the educated ones, and the Republicans are the uneducated. Yeah, I think a lot of them are educated, Republicans and Democrats, but Democrats have natural intelligence they were born with. That's why they're Democrats. And Republicans, are stupid people. So no matter how much book smarts you teach them, they're never really smart. I hate America. All right, well, I'm going to go right ahead and block you, BCJ. Trump can't even pronounce Yosemite and acetaminophen correctly. No, he can't. Trump is exhibiting sundown syndrome, up all night, posting on TS, sleeping during the day, syndrome of dementia. Yep, no doubt. He's sundowning. What do you think of her 15 accents? I don't. She doesn't have them. And even if she did, I wouldn't think about them. What would I care? You 15, or do you want to say like one or two? Which one you think? Come swallow could not get an answer. Could not even answer a question. Yeah, sure. I accidentally put that guy in timeout. When he comes back, block him. I'm just in the mood to block assholes today. Kamala saying she wouldn't change a thing about Joe Biden's presidency. How the fuck you defending her just because she is a black woman? Get checked. Or black and a woman. You think I'd give a fuck that she's black and a woman? She didn't say that. Okay, she made clear that the economy needed to be fixed and the border and stuff like that. But you just didn't listen to her. You don't know. You just listen to Fox News. I own 2 excavation companies. So, and what does that mean exactly? Brad, you want to debate me? They don't want to talk bad about Trump because he sucks. The dollar has depreciated by approximately 6.53% to 7.07% over the last year. Didn't it come down 10.3 something percent after Trump took office? I thought. Trump in the White House sleeping, yeah. Trump cares about Obama. You're fucking right. He's obsessed with that, man. Nobody cares about Obama. He brought him more BS for America. Glad Obama is gone. He brought him more BS for America. So under Obama, I forget what the unemployment rate was when Obama took office. It was way up there. Way up there. Bush fucked the entire economy up. Obama fixed the housing market. He fixed the auto industry. He saved it. He fixed the economy. We had 78 straight months of job growth. He brought unemployment down way fucking down. And Donald Trump just basically rode that wave off Obama's economy until the end where he fucked it all up. But if he would have done nothing, and maybe if he would have handled COVID correctly, it wouldn't have gotten as bad as it was, you know. But Obama was one of the best presidents of all time. And you don't have to take my word for it. You can look up what presidential scholars say about him. Yeah, whatever you say. Yeah, no, it has nothing to do. So you're telling me that didn't happen, that they didn't strike that deal. All right. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. People have been coming in here with their numbers and their states and shit. No one that runs a company is on YouTube chatting. I agree with you. No. Why would I have done that? It really is the easily manipulated that follow Trump. Remember, smart people don't like him. No, he said it himself. I mean, I could have sworn I heard him say that one day. If only I could find the clip.
Smart people don't like me, you know, and they don't like what we talk about.
It's so funny how on a regular basis, he just insults the living shit out of his own supporters, and they still haven't caught on yet, you know? Now, if you're his supporters and he says smart people don't like him, what does that say about you? Just out of curiosity. What does that say about his opinion of you? Yes, 15 Shades of Orange. I think both parties are smart. If they can get us to vote them in over and over, nothing really changes because they're not worried about us. They only worry about getting votes. Well, Mike, I understand what you're saying. I don't totally disagree, but I will say this. The Republicans don't have to be smart to get people to vote for them. They haven't in about 40, 50 years. They have the dumbest voters in America. That's a fact, as you know, Mike. And all they got to do is the culture war thing. That's it. Look, like right now, look, Latinos, the Republicans are getting worried because Trump's approval rating with Latinos is like below 30% or some shit. Okay. Now the midterms are coming up. They don't want to piss the Latinos off no more. So what did they do? They started attacking Somalians, you know, and that's all it is. You know, they base everything on race, sexuality, shit like that, you know, and the people like you look at these people, right? The MAGA people. Probably even in this chat, I'll probably get 200 fucking comments about trans people and Mexicans. That's all they care about. That's all they don't know anything. And Republican politicians know that they don't know anything. So it ain't hard for Republicans to get the stupidest, poorest people in the country to vote for them. It's not. I mean, just the fact that the poorest people in this country vote Republican is proof of how stupid they are. You know, when everything on the Republican platform is against their own best interests. Everything. So Democrats, they got to put on a good case to the U.S. You know, their voters won't settle for just bullshit. Now, if you only got two options, somebody or Trump, it's going to be the somebody. Yeah. But I mean, generally, you have to be more of an intelligent and you know, somewhat legit politician, you know, to be elected by Democrat voters. Like Donald Trump knew that Democrats would never vote him in. They knew it. He's too much of a scumbag. Democrats are not going to vote a guy like that into office. So he ran as a Republican, you know, and it worked. But all you ever got to do with Republicans to get them to vote for you is talk about race, talk about, sexual preference, people's sexual orientations, gay, trans, queer, bi, all that shit. And all you got to do is say you're against other races and other sexual orientations, and boom, you'll get elected by Republicans. That's it. That's why their two main issues are trans people in women's sports and deporting Mexicans. When you hear Democrats talk about Democrat policies, they get detailed. It's elaborate. It's like, they'll get into the details of a policy and shit like that. When you hear Republicans, it's like, shit, they fucking deported Mexicans. It's all I give a fuck about. Or it'll be something simple like gas or eggs. And they're dumb, so they'll be like, well, at the corner store down the street from my house, gas is $1.99. And then they'll think that means it's $1.99 all across the country. Eggs are fucking 2 cents where I live. Well, yeah, but they're $4 everywhere else. I don't give a fuck. They don't. That's how I hear all Trump supporters in my head, by the way. That's how they all sound to me. Political knowledge here is insane. Anyone that is going to have a biased opinion can never give a valued opinion. I'm not a Trump supporter, but stop acting impartial. Shut up. You are a Trump supporter, believe me. Because if you knew the facts, you'd be agreeing with the shit I'm saying. What's up, baby? Jesus Christ, on top of everything else. Holy shit. He knows his supporters are stupid. Guys, I always say this, and I don't know if people notice this, but I think smart people do. If you ever listen to Republicans, and not just politicians, people like Charlie Kirk, they will always tell you, and they're not talking to us. They're not talking to the smart people. They're talking to their base, okay? They'll always tell them, you'll hear it constantly from Republican politicians and pundits and podcasters. College is a waste of time. Universities are a waste of time. Don't go to college. Learn a trade. Yeah. But what's funny is they've all gone to college. You know how many Republicans that are in Senate or in Congress right now graduated from Harvard? The school they bash constantly. Yeah. They all went to college and they all sent their kids to college and still do. Now, if college and universities are useful or useless, pointless, why would they do that? Why would they send their kids there? And why would they go to those schools themselves? Because of course they know it's good to go to college. They just don't want you to, because when people go to college, guess what? They vote Democrat. Yeah, they vote Democrat because they learn, and you get smarter in college. You learn about things. And then you're just, naturally going to vote Democrat because you're more educated. The more educated people, the most educated people in this country all vote Democrat. So it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. They just don't like that shit. They need a stupid, this is a fact about the Republican Party for decades. They need an uneducated electorate because their policies are not appealing whatsoever. That's why it's all culture war stuff. Donald Trump, I watched every motherfucking rally that guy did during the entire fucking campaign season for the 2024 election. And I'm telling you, I can't tell you one time, and I would if I could, I can't tell you one time he laid out an actual policy proposal. Not one time. And his people don't care. All he's got to do is sing the greatest hits. Men and women's sports, deport these Mexicans, trans people in the military. That's it. That's all. He just, he appeals to their worst instincts, their worst, that's how it is. He just, he knows how to get their support. And all you got to do is hate the same people they hate. That's it. People who say they are smart or smarter are often dumb in my experience. Well, that's probably because you're listening to stupid people say that they're smart, but doesn't mean that smart people who say that aren't. Thank you, Richard. Do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button and subscribe. It's extremely, extremely important. Please do that. Go to college, but earn an actual degree that makes America stronger. Like, what would that be, in your opinion? Yeah, Hillary screwed up big time by taking Bernie's ticket. Well, yeah, that I'm pissed off about that to this day. But Kirk didn't say all college is a scam, but like the college in New York City where they can make their own major and you should see the BS they made up. How in the world is that going to help society? I don't know. I heard Charlie Kirk say college is a waste of time. I've heard him say it on many occasions. So maybe we heard, different things, but yeah. Liberal arts colleges teach critical thinking. That's what they hate. Yeah. And, it's funny that even has to be taught, but it does. They can't be brainwashed. They have no brains. Good point, Nathan. Guys, hit the like and subscribe, please, because we send our kids for STEM and other degrees that benefit ourselves and society. Yep. Lewis, Charlie was dumb. What's your point? To them, he was like the most brilliant man on earth. Meanwhile, he would duck from liberals that wanted to debate him. He would hide from them all fucking day, and then when he would debate liberals, he would get eaten alive. Charlie Kirk, he was terrible compared to them, and it's very simple why. I'll tell you why. Charlie Kirk was a fucking liar, just like most Republicans are. So when you have two sides, one is right, one is wrong, one is telling the truth, one is lying. The right side that's always telling the truth, they're always going to win, no matter what. Oh, yeah, no doubt. What policies? What do you mean, what policies? What are you asking me? What policies? I don't know, Richard. I love how they just put stuff like, what policy? Oh, like I'm supposed to know. I don't know. What are you asking me? What is your question? What policies? Educated or I swear to God, guys, there's times where I just want to block all the fucking Republicans because they are the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. Sometimes I feel like my fucking head's gonna explode dealing with these fucktards. I swear. This dickhead put what policies in the chat. I'm talking about a million different things. I'm answering a million different comments, and I'm supposed to know what the fuck he's talking about. Dems don't need useful idiots. They don't. And I'm no useful idiot, believe me. You're talking about MAGA. You're talking about people like Charlie Kirk. Except Charlie Kirk wasn't an idiot. He just, he was getting paid to do what he did, and that's why he did it. Democrats are both educated and stupid, in my opinion. Trump is educated and savvy. If you really mean that, then it just goes to show that I'm right and you're stupid. Charlie lost to college kids and every adult he went up against. Yeah, he got demolished. I don't know every adult he went up against. I don't know if you're asking me or if that's a statement. I give up. You're an idiot. YOUR. Every single live stream, I get at least one or two people that say I'm an idiot and they spell the word "you're" wrong. Their policies are trash. That's why they have to cheat to win. I don't know who you're talking about. I'll have to go to the bottom, and you guys can ask full questions, and I'll give you the answer. I'm at the bottom of the chat now. Whose Republicans are trash? I hope you're talking about Republicans because they're the only ones that have trash policies and have to cheat to win. Bald-headed and stupid. Yeah. Oh my God. Another guy pointed out I'm bald, guys. Please make a therapy appointment for me right away. I'm going to fall apart. Trump ordered national flags at half mast for Charlie Kirk, but not for the National Guard woman that died. Nope. Also not for right after that happened, the Charlie Kirk thing. There was 3 cops killed in like a massacre right near where I live, and he didn't even mention it. Of course, the dork smokes too. What a nerdy, useful idiot. Well, I'll tell you what, man. You could come show everybody how stupid I am by calling 410-941-9850 right now, and we could debate. I mean, obviously, if you're smarter than me, you'd have no problem doing that, right? Sorry, I'm not a Republican. I never voted for Trump. is a loser. You're talking about Trump's policies, and I was asking you a question. What Trump policy is he never has any policies? Richard, you got to try again, bro. What Trump policy is he never has any policies? Do you mean if he never has any policies? I said Republicans in general. They don't have any policies. I mean, their policies aren't appealing to people. They're not. Trump really doesn't have any. I mean, tell me your favorite Trump policy. And border isn't a policy, and men and women's transports is not a policy. So tell me your favorite Trump policies, guys. Oh yeah, I got you, Josie Bell. Trump barely went to school. Yeah, he didn't have to. Try living in a small MAGA town where everyone assumes you support Trump. No. Somebody been drinking the blue Kool-Aid. Yeah, it's us. Yeah, it's not you actual cult members. Yep. Not all Republicans are MAGA, just the smarter ones. That's a joke, but I still don't get it, JGB. Church of Satan, MAGA is the title for the 5th degree. Oh, right. Dems are happy about Tennessee 13-point shift to the left since last year. Oh, yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? Yep. Trump's professor said he was the dumbest student he'd ever had. He did say that. Trump is neither educated nor intelligent. Nope. He's not bald. He's aerodynamic. There you go. All your people are the dumbest I've ever seen. Wow. Well said. Well written. See, I didn't even got to roast him. He did it to himself. Democrats are the dummies. I grew up Democrat. I know the difference. So just because you were a stupid Democrat means other Democrats are stupid? I'll tell you what you could do. And this is why I never really have to fight you guys on this argument. I won't even waste my time. All you got to do is look up right now the least educated states in the country. I'm going to do it for you. What are the least educated states in the country? Oh, would you look at that? West Virginia, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Alabama, Nevada, Kentucky, New Mexico, there's one blue state, and Texas. You see, it's now, what are the most educated states in the country? Massachusetts, Maryland, and Vermont. Other top states include Colorado, Connecticut, and Virginia. What do you know? All blue states. Huh. What are the poorest states in the country? What a shocker. Mississippi, Louisiana, New Mexico, West Virginia, Arkansas. Yeah, there you go. I could go through this list. The list is Louisiana, New Mexico, West Virginia, Arkansas. And then just repeats them for some odd. Oh, here we go. Kentucky, Alabama, Louisiana, West Virginia, New Mexico, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Tennessee, South Carolina, Missouri. Poorest states in the country and least educated. What do you know? Ain't that some shit? What are the wealthiest states in the country? DC, New York, Massachusetts, and Washington. Oh, and Connecticut. How about that? How'd that work out for you guys? What states are the worst in healthcare? What do you know? Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Arkansas, and West Virginia. Other states frequently mentioned: North Carolina, Georgia, and Oklahoma. What states are... What states are best for education? No. What was I doing? Oh, What states rank highest in healthcare? There we go. Oh my God. Massachusetts, Hawaii, Minnesota, Rhode Island, and New Hampshire. Other states, Connecticut, Maryland, Iowa, and Colorado. It's amazing, right? It's amazing. Right, get ready. I'm going to give you another one. What states rank highest in violent crime? New Mexico, Alaska, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Louisiana. How'd that work out for you guys? Every negative aspect of southern states is because of black people. Wow. See that? It's funny because blue states, man, a lot of black people in blue states. There's huge blue cities, but it isn't blue cities or blue states, is it? No. And by the way, when you look it up, if you look it up, which you won't, you'll see that the poorest people, the most violent people in the red states and the least educated are not in the blue cities. They're in the rural red areas. Oh, yeah. Owsley County, Kentucky. Owsley County. The highest rate of food stamp use anywhere in the country, of any county in the country, of SNAP recipients. Okay? Highest rate. 99.22% white, 95% Republican. Ain't that some shit? It's almost like everything you guys say is wrong, inside out and ass backwards. Huh. Wow. Which states have the worst life expectancy? Let's see. Which states have the lowest life expectancy? Oh my God, you're not going to believe it. Mississippi, West Virginia, and Alabama. Huh. Other states, Louisiana, Kentucky. What the fuck? Kentucky, Tennessee, and Arkansas. Oh my God, guys, you are the worst people on the planet. There are only two paths to support Donald Trump. Path number one, ignorance. Path number two, malevolence. I agree. There's actually more registered Democrats in Texas, about 46%, compared to 37% Republicans in the states. I'm sorry. The state is highly gerrymandered. Yeah, well, you got a place like Houston and other large cities in Texas. Well, Biden had 4 years to fix that, right? To fix what? You know, Trump had 4 years to fix it too, right, Dopey? How'd that work out? Oh, God, you guys shouldn't bother. You really shouldn't. I know I shouldn't, Chef Gary. I know. I'm mean. What about Biden, the most frequently used word by Republicans? Oh, no doubt. They can't shut the fuck up about him. Democrats are hilarious. Everything they attack Trump with is easily proven actual crimes they themselves have committed. Now they talk about Trump's mental faculties after they elected a vegetable. Oh, Donald Trump is just as bad, if not worse, than Joe Biden. Let me show you.
Okay, please, in the back.
Dana Marie McNichol, Fox News Channel. Mr. President, is there an expected time frame that detainees will spend here, days, weeks, months? And does that have anything to do with the immigration judges you just spoke about being trained and staffed here?
When you say, what was the first part of your question?
Is there a specific time frame you expect the detainees to spend here, days, weeks, months?
In Florida?
Yes, here at Alligator Alcatraz.
I'm going to spend a lot. Look, this is my home state. I love it. I love your government. I love all the people around. These are all friends of mine. They know them very well. I mean, I'm not surprised that they do so well. They're great people. Ron has been a friend of mine for a long time. I feel very comfortable in the state. I'll spend a lot of time here. I want to, for 4 years, I've got to be in Washington, and I'm okay with it because I love the White House. I even fix up the little Oval Office. I make it, it's like a diamond. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It wasn't maintained properly, I will tell you that. But even when it wasn't, it was still the Oval Office, so it meant a lot. But I'll spend as much time as I can here. My vacation is generally here because it's convenient. I live in Palm Beach. It's my home. And I have a very nice little place, nice little cottage to stay at, right? But we have a lot of fun, and I'm a big contributor to Florida, pay a lot of tax, and A lot of people moved from New York, and I don't know what New York is going to do. A lot of people moved to Florida from New York, and it was for a lot of reasons, but one of them was taxes. The taxes are so high in New York, they're leaving. I don't know what New York's going to do about that, because some of the biggest, wealthiest people and some of the people that pay the most taxes of any people anywhere in the world, for that matter, they're moving to Florida and other places. So we're going to have to help some of these states out, I think. But thank you very much. I'll be here as much as I can.
Yeah, he's cognitively well. Democrats don't know what a woman is. I can't listen to a man who's banging a dude. Well, I don't know who you're listening to, but I have a beautiful, lovely blonde wife named Shanna. Now, I know that most of you MAGA people are very, very closeted. That's why you're obsessed with trans people and gay sex. I know, but don't project onto me, fuckface, Jesse. And everybody knows what a woman is. Believe me, it's only Fox News that tells you that we don't know what a woman is. Yeah, and you believe it because you're stupid. Yeah, Falker. Yep. All Biden's jobs created were unneeded government jobs. Spend is how Democrats roll. They break every system created. Is that right, Jonathan Smith? Damn, because I'm pretty sure all jobs are needed. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they weren't unneeded government jobs. Many of which, most, if not most, I should say, are in the private sector. And spend is how Democrats roll. Well, I'll tell you what. Donald Trump in his first term ran up more national debt than Obama did in both terms. So, you want to start over, or you just want to stick with what you said? What the fuck? Same as Chicago, which had over 2,700 shootings and almost 700 murders last year alone. Yep, yeah, you just keep bringing up Chicago. What else? What else you got, Texas Dad? You want to talk about like Houston or anything, or just Chicago? I've lost almost all sympathy for the cult. If you still support him today, you're TFG. I don't know what that means. You could hear the wind through his ears, yeah. Let me see. The question was clear. Trump turned it into being about himself. Of course he did. I know he can't even. My question of does he think it was Walz or Harris that was the downfall of the election for the Dems? I think it was Biden staying in the race for so fucking long. And I think it was the fact that we have a nation that's, 54% of our population reads and writes on a third grade level. And 23% of our population is functionally illiterate. And you got this right-wing media machine that runs 24 hours a day, convincing even somewhat intelligent people that everything that's gone wrong since Trump left office the first time is all directly Biden's fault. None of it is carryover from Trump's first term or none of that. No. Like Joe Biden created all the world's problems. And even though Trump is a scumbag and a rapist and a pedophile and somebody who I believe has probably committed incest and a con man and, orange-faced fucking lunatic fucktard and all that they'll just give it a shot, Plus, we tend to go back and forth, Republican, Democrat, Republican. Next time we'll have a Democrat. So I don't think it was Harris or Walz. I think there could have been better nominees, but there wasn't. And you got to remember, too, that Kamala had 107 days to run. That's it. 107 days. Trump had years to run and present his case to America, right? 1,000 times more TV time, everything. Kamala lost by 2 million votes. That's it. When Donald Trump lost to Joe Biden in 2020, he lost by 7 million votes to Biden. So that's why Grindr explodes when you have a Republican convention. Oh, yeah. Look at the Charlie Kirk Memorial, the RNC. Anywhere they have a huge convention, Grindr crashes because so many of them are gay guys who are looking for other gay guys. When do we get to debate, bro? Right now, Jeremy James. 410-941-9850. Why do blue cities and states lower educational standards so low? Come to a red state, you have to be smart. Pass. Higher standards in red states, lower intelligence in blue states, lower standards. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. You know, most states use the same standardized testing and stuff like that. So, no, you just be wrong. That's just something you pulled out of your ass. Did you seriously just say all jobs are needed? Well, when Donald Trump left us with a 6.6 unemployment rate and 2.5 million less jobs than he came into office with, I think it's a good thing that Joe Biden was creating 180,000 jobs on average every month and created a total of about 16.6 million, which is 4 times what the last 4 Republican presidents combined have created. That's not a good thing? I'm hilarious. Well, all you got to do is call. I can make you laugh all day, Jeremy. Call 410-941-9850. Well, you got to mention a specific thing. Mention a specific thing. We could bring up St. Louis, Memphis, all blue cities, Miami, Los Angeles, San Francisco. Yeah, and it wouldn't change the fact that red states have the highest rates of violent crime. And if you research it, it's not because of the blue states only. That contributes to it. But it's also because of the high rates of poverty and the low rates of education. You can look it up. That's why. Yeah. Houston's a blue city. No shit. I'm fully aware. He was talking about, wasn't the guy was talking about voters, right? Yeah. Democrat voters. Yeah. You think it was the Democrat machine forcing Kamala onto the people? No. I think it was that she was the natural fucking choice. What did you expect them to do? I mean, guys, you blow my mind with this shit. She was the natural choice. She was the vice president. You wanted them to run a primary with a few months until the fucking election? Which, by the way, by DNC rules, they don't have to run a primary. So what should they have done, in your opinion? Incest, I hope he sues the shit out of you. Oh, yeah, Trump's going to come after me, yeah. I'll just play video clips of him talking about wanting to fuck his daughter.
Charges that Jeffrey Epstein was running a sex trafficking ring in the early 2000s that included underage girls as young as 14 years old.
Donald Trump in 2002 said of Epstein, he's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side.
He routinely spoke fawningly of Jeffrey. He admired Epstein's lifestyle.
Your daughter, she's beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of it.
Yeah.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
What does Tiffany have of Marlon's?
She's got Marla's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this blood yet.
You were playing tennis and you came off the court. Quote, look at that piece of I would love some of that. It so happened that Trump was referring to Cohen's then 15-year-old daughter, Samantha.
I had the impression that he was interested in younger women and that, women would age out for him.
Miss Teen Universe? Yeah, that's like giving Jeffrey Dahmer a cooking show.
I'll go backstage before a show, and everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I standing there with no sweat.
Donald Trump is heard making questionable comments about a young girl.
You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
A lawsuit against the presumptive GOP nominee alleges he raped a girl when she was 13 years old.
Prince Andrew answering questions for the first time about his friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
I don't know Prince Andrew, but it's a tough story.
Trump has been photographed with Prince Andrew as far back as the year 2000.
Ghislaine Maxwell is accused of helping Epstein sexually abuse underage girls.
I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well.
You know about sexual predators and things like that. I mean,
you are one.
All right, I was going to say that, but it's true.
So Where could I have possibly gotten the idea he wants to fuck his own daughter? I don't know. Trump is freaky. He is. No laws were broken. Not sure why the right cares how the left chooses its candidate, especially since Trump. The funniest thing about them is they're sore winners, not just sore losers. So when Biden beat Trump, to this day, they're trying to say Biden stole it. And now that Trump beat Kamala, they're still pissed off that Kamala was ever the nominee, which is one of the craziest things I ever heard. I mean, it's she's black, guys. Listen, you know what I mean? It's because she's black. Believe me when I tell you, these motherfuckers went ape shit. All 8 years that Obama was in office, they were calling his kids monkeys and everything. They're animals. They're racist fucking people, you know? That's another reason they say Kamala's dumb. If you watch, Trump does the same thing. Every time Trump's talking about Ilhan Omar or Jasmine Crockett or AOC, you know, somebody of color, they're low IQ. Doesn't say it about white women. Never. Hispanic and black women. That's it. Yeah, low IQ. That's what he does. Meanwhile, every one of them is 1,000 times smarter than him. Name one bill anyone in government has passed that actually helps U.S. citizens. The American Rescue Plan, the Inflation Reduction Act, the PACT Act, the CHIPS and Science Act, the bipartisan infrastructure deal, and bipartisan infrastructure act, whatever. And do you mean ever? Do you mean like ever? Because you could go back to like, I mean, you go back decades and Democrats created like the 40-hour work week, overtime after 40 hours, like, you know what I mean? Social Security, unemployment, SNAP, Medicare, Medicaid. So are you sure that's the question you wanted to ask? They had to choose Kamala. If they would have had a primary, it would have made the Democratic Party look divided. Well, not just that, but they simply didn't have time. Joe Biden waited till when? July to drop out? The election was in November. So we have like 20. How much you guys have? I'm not sure what they're talking about. Oh, the policies, you mean? Kamala hid like Joe. She couldn't debate. She was a loser. Really? Because she demolished Donald Trump. If you want, I could play you some of it. She kicked the shit out of Donald Trump in that debate. Everybody knows it. You know what I mean? That's why she had him so pissed off. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. And she triggered him by talking about his crowd sizes because he's a fucking mental patient, you know? SSI, Medicaid, Medicare, LOL help citizens. Yeah, they help citizens, yeah. All those bills put America in a recession, dumbass, 9.3% inflation, etc. Well, all of them didn't because all of them weren't done before 2022 when inflation really rose. And of course, you'd have to be a fucking moron not to know that the majority of the reason inflation grew like it did under Biden was because of a global pandemic that caused global inflation. Every nation in the world suffered severe inflation, and we actually recovered the fastest. And our economy was literally the envy of the world, you know? So there's that too. What about Trump's policies? You know, what about Trump? How many states, U.S. states right now are in a recession? I believe 19, right? Yeah. And Donald Trump ran up $7.8 trillion in debt and all that. So Trump, no tax on overtime, no tax on tips. Kamala was going to do no tax on tips herself, but in reality, it was never really a good idea. If you know anything about it, what you'll know is that in the big beautiful bill and all that shit, the biggest tax decreases went to the richest people in the country, the people that need it the least. Many working class people are going to have their taxes raised because of the big beautiful bill, and that's permanent. Those tax cuts for the zillionaires, permanent. The no tax on tips and no tax on overtime, they're nothing more than a tax deduction, not a tax credit. And there's a limit, like overtime, for example, it's $12,500 a year you can deduct. Again, it's not a credit, doesn't mean you get it back. It just means you can lower the amount of your adjusted gross income by $12,500. And those things expire in 2028. So you got 3 years. She was right about everything, literally everything. Guys, please hit the like and subscribe. It's very, very important. As a matter of fact, guys, let me talk to you. I have a goal, and I don't need that many subs. I don't. I need, let me see, what do I have now? It appears that I've gained 3 subs since I've been on. I've been on for an hour and 5 minutes. Now, there's only 64 people, but many of you agree with me. If you're not already subbed, do me the favor and sub to my channel. And of course, please hit the like button. It's free, guys. It's easy. Look, they're going up now. Guys, go ahead. Keep hitting subscribe and liking, please. Very important. You see my algorithm's in the fucking toilet here, so I need help. So please do that for me if you can. Come on, keep hitting subscribe, guys. At least the people that agree with me, holy shit, the good guys can't hit subscribe? Come on, man. Important shit. You guys are letting me down. Trump, bigger child tax credit. No, Kamala was going to do the same tax credit. And the child tax credit was expanded under Biden, by the way. The Chips and Science Act is keeping the U.S. out of a recession. Research it. Yes. The empty Kamala rally were all over at YouTube. Empty? Arthur, you're seeing edited bullshit videos. You can simply Google her rallies. She was bringing in 20, 30,000 people. She was out doing Trump's rallies all over the country. She had fuck tons of people. You mean the same rallies that had superstars at them, like Bruce Springsteen, Beyonce, Eminem, people like that? Yeah, those fucking rallies, even the ones without musical acts, were jam fucking packed. Jam packed. I watched all the rallies. You can't tell me otherwise. I watched all the rallies. SNAP was set up for Democrat votes, just like the 20 million illegals waved in the shore. Except that illegals can't vote. They can't vote. And it'll be a long, long time, even if they somehow get to stay here, that they're ever eligible to vote, if ever. So, yeah, that sorry, Brian, didn't work out for you. And SNAP was set up by the Democrats for votes, you say. Well, it could have also, hear me out here, it could have been put in place by the Democrats to prevent, starving children and things like that. But no, we'll go with your thing. Trump big standard deduction. I'm not sure how much it's gone up. Let me check. How much did the standard deduction go up under Trump? Oh, from the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Yeah, it went up from 6350 to 12,000. So there you go. There's something good. Wrong spending over $5 trillion on nonsense caused the Biden inflation. Well, which nonsense would that be? And how come you're going to tell me that inflation wasn't mostly caused by the pandemic that caused inflation in every country around the world? You guys are insane. If Trump would have won in 2020, he still would have had 9 or 10 or 12% inflation. And you guys would be saying it's all because of the pandemic. But the thing is, you'd be right. Even if it was Trump, the inflation would have been because of the pandemic. Now it's different. At this point in time, inflation is higher than it was this time last year. So is that Biden's fault? Because it was lower under Biden. So how do you explain that? Most people don't declare their tips anyway. Not just that, but it's not even a good thing. It's not even for all service workers. You know what I mean? Like if you work as a doorman at a fucking hotel and get tips, doesn't help you. If you pump gas and get tips, doesn't help you. You know, if you're a fucking Uber driver or some shit, doesn't help you. Servers and shit. That's about it. Waitresses and waiters. I don't agree with your lying. I'm saying this due to real fact checking. This guy is trolling. What are you saying, 760? Let me see. Let me go back up here. So connect the dots. Okay, good comment. Let me see. Oh, God. Trump and Epstein's friendship ended in 1996. Trump kicked Epstein off of Mar-a-Lago estate. They didn't have any contract with each other. Even to this day, Epstein's Island was not built until 1990. Oh, yeah, there's no proof that Donald Trump went to Epstein's Island, just like there's no proof that Bill Clinton did. Except you're wildly wrong. They are not facts, 760 Truth. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you why they're not facts right off the bat, and you can Google it right now. According to Epstein's emails, Trump never kicked him out. He asked him to resign his membership. And that was not about the girls. That was about a real estate deal. Trump snaked Epstein out of a house and then sold it for an unbelievable $45 million profit. Okay? So that's what that was. And that was in 2004, I believe. Either 2004 or 2006. Not 1996. Plus, in the emails that were just released, there's a 2017 email with Epstein talking about how Trump called him and told him about the election and how he won the election and got into detail about all this stuff. And yeah, so according to Jeffrey Epstein, they were still friends in 2017. So, but at the very least, you're wrong about the initial timeline, you know? The friendship didn't end in 1996, and there's no proof that it ended, period. So, remember, Donald Trump said about Ghislaine Maxwell, while she was being tried for a pedophilia, which she never denied, by the way, I wish her well. I just wish her well. You wish the pedophile well. She only have 3 people who agree with you. No. There's a lot of people that agree with me, but people treat the subscribe button like it costs them fucking money. It's the most bizarre shit I've ever seen. I like a channel. I just subscribe to it. But there you go. I just got another 6. That's good. Guys, I'm 17 away. Keep helping me out. Come on. Ain't tax less for people making 400 and more. Yeah. Oh, no. Under the big, beautiful bill? No. That was going to be Kamala's plan. Tax less for people making under 400 and more for people making over 400. Brown people LARPing as Americans is getting tiresome. I'll tell you what's getting tiresome to me is white people LARPing as Americans. Most fucking anti-patriotic scumbags on the planet. 20% of the population says 90% or pays 90% of our taxes. The bottom 50% pay 2% of all taxes. We have an insanely fair system. No, we don't. When a fucking school teacher has to pay a 35% tax rate and Jeff Bezos pays 1.1%, that's not fair. Yes, they do. 1% own 31% of the nation's wealth. Yep. You watch the rallies that the media would get lots of views for showing, not all. No. You want me to pull up a rally right now? Let me see. Watch this. I'll just pick one. Kamala Harris rally. All right. There you go. I know, but I guess what you're trying to say is, in other words, only the ones that had large crowds, they're the only ones the press actually reported on. It's amazing how you have to twist yourself into knots to try to lie through your fucking teeth and get away with it. I mean, all her rallies were televised, every single fucking one of them. Of course they were. She was running for president, dipshit. And this is what they look like.
That he wouldn't even support a $500 million.
Because they've never worked union jobs. They've never been union members. They've never cared about workers. And so Trump promised he would stop offshore.
Let's see.
Okay, so here's the thing, Pennsylvania. We got just 22 days until Election Day. 22 days. And we are nearing the home stretch. But here's the thing. This is going to be a tight race until the very end, okay? We are the underdog. We are running like the underdog. We have some hard work ahead of us. Your job, or spend down everything you have to be able to qualify for Medicaid. That's not right. I look at the sandwich generation.
Seems like a...
Americans always answer the call.
This seems like a lot of people. Now let me Google it. What was the date? I don't know if that was her only Pennsylvania rally. I'm sure it wasn't. October 14th. How many people showed up to Kamala Harris? What did I say? How many people showed up to Kamala Harris's October 14th, 2024 Pennsylvania rally? Uh, 10,000 people were expected to show up to her Philadelphia rally. Let me see. Let me ask it. AI. How many people showed up to Kamala Harris's October 14th, 2024 Pennsylvania rally? 5,400 people. Not bad, huh? Oh, no. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay. Approximately 5,400 people attended Kamala Harris's campaign rally at the Erie Insurance Arena in Erie, Pennsylvania, October 14th. News reports indicated that the venue's executive director, Gus Pine, confirmed the arena's capacity for the event's setup was 5,400 and that he expected a full house based on the number of people waiting in line. Attendees reported lengthy lines outside the arena. What about her Wisconsin one? Let me see. How many people attended Kamala Harris's Wisconsin rally? 13,000. November 1st, 2024. More than 13,000 people attended this rally. Ain't that some shit? See? Listen, guys, facts don't care about your feelings, in the words of Ben Shapiro, you know? The CHIP Act was a dud. All the Democrats do is give every other country a better deal. The CHIPS Act basically bent the USA over and handed the other chip producing companies live. No. Not true at all. As a matter of fact, Donald Trump fucked us giving a lot of our chips to China and stuff. Up to 27% of illegals were found. Up to 27% of illegals were found illegally registered to vote. Let's check it out. 2024 election. What percentage of illegal immigrants were found illegally registered to vote? Wow, would you look at that? 11 different sources. Studies by nonpartisan and conservative organizations have consistently found that instances of non-citizens, which includes illegal immigrants, registering or voting illegally in U.S. federal elections are vanishingly rare. The percentage of confirmed illegal non-citizen voters is estimated to be below 0.0001% of all votes cast in reviewed elections. So, would you look at that? Yeah, I don't know where you pulled that number from, but I'm assuming it was right out of your ass, because that's Complete and total bullshit. Sabrina Merrick, $5. These Trump shills aren't backing up their comments with facts. They don't have any. They don't know any facts. Arguing crowd size is such a guy thing. No, but I was just making a point because, the guy said that she didn't get any people at her rallies and stuff. There was no tax cuts for the rich in the big, beautiful bill. Name them if they exist. You can't. What he did do was tax corporations $400 billion vis-a-vis tariffs. No, there are tax decreases. What do you mean name them? There's simply tax cuts for the richest people in the big, beautiful bill. I mean, are you serious? What do you think the whole fucking point of it was? What do you think the whole point of it was? You think they were doing that for working people? No. Video legit doesn't show crowd. Well, I'll play the whole video next time for 2 hours or so, and we'll wait till you get to see the crowd. But people with brains don't need to see the whole crowd because, it's been widely reported, the numbers. I mean, Arthur, whatever your name is, I don't know what AETH or Arthur. I don't know what the fuck your name is. I'll call you Arthur. Only you people even question things like this. Like, you think the press is going to lie. And remind you, at these rallies are not just CNN and MSNBC. Fox News is there. Newsmax is there. OAN is there. They're all there. You think they're all going to collectively lie about Kamala Harris's crowd sizes? And why would they? Just out of curiosity, because crowd sizes, is that going to get people to vote for her? If they see that she has bigger crowd sizes? You guys are fucking retarded. The only person who ever cared about crowd sizes is Donald fucking Trump. Yeah, that's right, Mike. And they should still have to pay their fair share. No question about it. I don't know how anybody could disagree with that. Disagree with that. How a guy like Jeff Bezos could pay it doesn't matter if that 1.1% equals $10 billion. It doesn't matter. They should have to pay the same effective tax rate as every fucking buddy else. Period. Yeah, of course. Oh, look, Bear was at both rallies, so there you go. Read my facts, libtard. No, as a matter of fact, just because you said libtard, I'm just going to block you. How about that, fuckface? You don't have facts anyway. You're a dipshit. Nobody went. Wait a minute. What did I just say? Nobody went to see Kamala. They went to see the celebrities. When Beyonce was going to give a concert, people were pissed off. Wasn't going to give not true, because that Pennsylvania one, I believe, didn't even have any celebrity performers, and many of her rallies didn't. She was still bringing in thousands of people. Were there more people at rallies like in Detroit where Eminem was going to be? Of course, but she was still getting thousands of people. And you don't think Trump would have done that? You don't think Trump would have? The guy had Kid Rock perform at his rallies, like Ted Nugent. Come on. If Trump could have had major celebrities at his rallies, he would have, but major celebrities can't fucking stand him because he's a scumbag. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to get going. They just ignore the big, beautiful bill tax cuts. Which would those be? Tell me what tax cuts are going to the working people, percentages and stuff like that. Go ahead. And the main theme was joy. What, at Kamala's rallies? Yeah. Asylees and illegal aliens with extra steps. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, your boy Trump granted asylum to the guy that just killed those National Guardsmen, or at least the woman that got killed. The other ones that got shot or whatever. Yeah, celebs are liberal. Who cares? No. They're not all liberal. But many of them are. The smarter ones, the more popular ones, the people on the right that are, not liberal are like James Woods and Kid Rock and Ted Nugent and the guy from that Duck Show and, that whore, what was her name? That fucking bitch that white trash trailer whore, that fat pig. What was her name? Her too. Oh, and Roseanne, another fat white trash trailer pig. Buddy, just read the bill. It's hard. It's not hard to find. Pull it up. Oh, I've read it, Arthur. That's the point I'm trying to make to you. How is that fair? 2022, the top 50% paid $2 trillion and the bottom paid $63 billion. Because, Mike, it's like you said, okay, the top earners own the most wealth. So, of course, they're going to pay in more. But why shouldn't they have to pay in the same percentage as people on the bottom? You're saying that it should be the same amount? Like, in other words, the whole top or whole bottom, whatever percentage, they shouldn't have to pay or they should have to pay more or the same as the people who are the richest people in the world. So people at the bottom who are paying federal taxes into the system, who are on the verge of bankruptcy all the time, living in poverty, they should have to pay a higher tax rate than billionaires that are hoarding money, even though that money going back into the economy could solve a lot of problems. Like, let me show you guys this real quick. This is how Republicans think, and then I'm going to go. I'll see you guys later.
Already tell that this narrative is about how we're all about the wealthy.
We can save health care for millions of Americans if we strip out tax giveaways for individuals making more than $10 million. Yes or no?
No. No's appear to have it. No's do have it.
We can help parents be able to take their kids to the doctor. We can keep seniors in their nursing homes if we strip out tax giveaways for individuals making more than $100 million a year.
Nay. No. No's appear to have it.
People are going to die when 17 million people lose their health care. And for what? To give an average $250,000 tax cut to the wealthiest families. This amendment would just say no tax cuts for people making over $500 million.
All opposed, no. No. The no's appear to have it.
So my amendment is really simple. People making $1 billion.
All opposed, no. No. The no's appear to have it. The no's do have it. Motion is not agreed to.